What if the universe isn't something far away, out there in the sky, but something you are already living inside of? What if the same force that moves stars and galaxies is also shaping your thoughts, your emotions, and the direction of your life right now? And what if changing what's happening inside you could slowly but surely change everything you see outside of you? There is an ancient idea that has survived thousands of years, passed down through philosophers, mystics, and seekers of truth. It's simple, but it's deep. As above, so below. As within, so without. These words come from the Emerald Tablet, one of the foundational texts of Hermetic philosophy. At first glance, they might sound poetic or symbolic, but when you really sit with them, you start to realize they describe how reality actually works. They point to the idea that the universe is not divided into separate parts, but is one connected system expressing itself at different levels. The small reflects the large. The inner reflects the outer. The microcosm reflects the macrocosm. The same intelligence that shapes galaxies also shapes atoms. The same laws that govern the movement of stars also show up in your body, your mind, and your daily life. Nothing is random. Nothing is disconnected. Today, we're going to explore this principle in depth. We'll look at how ancient wisdom lines up with modern science, how mystics and philosophers across history understood this idea, and how you can apply it in your own life in practical, grounded ways. This is not about escaping reality, it's about understanding it more clearly. This law is known as the principle of correspondence. It teaches that reality is structured in repeating patterns. What happens on one level of existence is echoed on every other level. The universe is built like a pattern that repeats itself over and over again, from the smallest scale to the largest. Think about your own body. Every single cell in your body contains the same DNA as the rest of your body. Each cell holds the full blueprint of who you are. In that sense, each cell is a tiny version of the whole organism, a microcosm of you. Now zoom out. Scientists have noticed that the structure of atoms looks surprisingly similar to the structure of solar systems. A dense center with smaller parts moving around it. Different scale, same pattern. The movement of galaxies follows laws that also apply to subatomic particles. This isn't coincidence, it's correspondence. The universe behaves like a mirror. If you want to understand reality, the Hermetic teachings say, start by observing yourself. The outer world is not separate from you. It responds to you. Just as the larger universe influences the smaller one, your inner world influences how the outer world shows up in your life. Your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and habits shape how you experience reality. Change what's happening inside, and what you experience outside begins to change as well. From a spiritual perspective, this idea points to the unity of everything. Jesus expressed this clearly when he said, "The kingdom of God is within you." He wasn't talking about a place you go to after death. He was pointing to an inner reality, a state of being, a level of awareness. Just as the universe contains the potential for everything that exists, the human being carries that same potential within. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are made of it. You are an expression of it. Some Hermetic interpretations of Jesus' teachings describe each human being as a micro-universe, a small world reflecting the greater world. As your awareness grows, you naturally come into alignment with the larger universe. This understanding brings responsibility, because if your inner world affects the outer world, then taking care of your mind matters. Your thoughts matter. Your emotional patterns matter. The way you talk to yourself matters. When you take responsibility for your inner state, you're also taking responsibility for how you interact with life itself. The philosopher Plotinus said that the more a person knows themselves, the more they know the universe and what lies beyond it. Self-knowledge was not seen as selfish or self-centered. It was seen as the doorway to understanding everything else. Your inner state acts like a lens. If you are calm, grounded, and clear, the world tends to feel more manageable and meaningful. If you are constantly anxious, angry, or confused, the world can feel threatening and chaotic. The world itself may not have changed, but your relationship to it has. This shows us that many of the boundaries we believe exist between ourselves and the world are mental constructions. In reality, we are constantly interacting with the environment, influencing it and being influenced by it at the same time. Change the inner world, and the outer world responds. Mystics across cultures have taught that everything that exists in the universe also exists in potential within the human being. Carl Jung explained this through the idea of the collective unconscious. According to Jung, beneath our personal memories and experiences lies a deeper shared layer of the mind, filled with universal symbols and patterns called archetypes. These archetypes shape how we think, feel, and act. They appear in myths, dreams, religions, and stories across cultures. This suggests that the human psyche is not isolated. It is connected to something much larger. Just like the universe is always moving, expanding, and transforming, your inner world is alive and constantly changing. When you explore it honestly, you don't just learn about yourself. You tap into universal patterns that humans have been engaging with for thousands of years. The spiritual journey, then, is not about going somewhere else. It's about returning to a center that already exists within you. The principle of correspondence also teaches balance. Balance between spirit and matter. Balance between inner reflection and outer action. Balance between thinking and doing. Paracelsus, the alchemist and philosopher, believed that understanding oneself was the first step toward understanding all of nature. For alchemists, the goal was never just physical gold, it was inner transformation. Alchemy symbolized the process of turning inner lead, fear, doubt, ignorance into inner gold, wisdom, clarity, and self-mastery. True alchemy was about aligning the inner world with the deeper order of the universe. Spirit and matter were never seen as enemies. They were seen as different expressions of the same source. According to this view, spirit is the invisible blueprint. Matter is the visible result. Just like a building begins as an idea before it becomes concrete and steel, physical reality begins on a subtle level before it becomes tangible. Think about DNA again. You can't see it with your naked eye, yet it contains all the information needed to create a complex living being. In the same way, thoughts and beliefs carry information that shapes behavior, choices, and outcomes over time. This doesn't mean you can control reality instantly by thinking positive thoughts. It means that alignment matters, consistency matters, direction matters. When your thoughts, values, and actions point in the same direction, change happens naturally. If someone wants abundance, it doesn't start with money. It starts with self-worth, confidence, discipline, and gratitude. When those inner qualities are developed, outer opportunities tend to appear. Life is a constant interaction between inner intention and outer response. The goal is not to deny the physical world, but to live in it consciously. Spiritual growth that never shows up in real life is incomplete. True understanding changes how you act, how you choose, and how you treat yourself and others. The idea of as above, so below is not just philosophy. You can see it clearly in nature. One of the clearest examples is fractals. Fractals are patterns that repeat themselves at different scales. You see them in snowflakes, coastlines, clouds, trees, and lightning. The same structure appears over and over again, no matter how much you zoom in or out. The spiral of a galaxy looks like the spiral of a seashell. The same mathematical patterns that shape flowers also shape hurricanes and galaxies. This shows that nature follows a deep underlying order. Life moves in cycles: birth, growth, decay, renewal. You see this in seasons, ecosystems, and human lives. You also see it inside the body. Cells are constantly dying and being replaced. The body is never static. The human circulatory system mirrors Earth's water cycle. Rivers flow into the ocean, evaporate, form clouds, and return as rain. Blood flows through the body, delivering nutrients and oxygen, then returns to the heart. Same idea, same rhythm. Even the structure of atoms resembles solar systems with electrons moving around a central nucleus. While the physics are different, the pattern is familiar. Order repeats itself across scales. Physicist David Bohm proposed that reality is an indivisible whole, where every part contains information about the entire system, much like a hologram. Mathematician Benoit Mandelbrot showed that fractal patterns are not rare exceptions but fundamental features of nature. This means as above, so below is not just symbolic language. It describes how reality actually behaves. This principle also shows up in everyday human life. Your physical health, your relationships, your finances, and your overall quality of life are deeply connected to your habits, beliefs, and mindset. Small actions matter more than dramatic gestures. A disciplined mind tends to create disciplined habits. That inner order shows up as consistency, health, and stability. A scattered mind often creates scattered habits, leading to exhaustion, stress, and imbalance. Aristotle said that we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not a single action, it's a pattern. Someone who drinks enough water, moves their body regularly, eats with awareness, and gets consistent sleep may not notice dramatic changes day to day, but over months and years the results are undeniable. Transformation usually looks boring up close. It's the result of many small choices made consistently. If you want to change the outer results of your life, start with the inner patterns. Pay attention to how you think. Notice what you believe about yourself. Observe your habits without judgment. When the inner structure changes, the outer structure adjusts over time. The principle of correspondence gives us a way to live with intention instead of reacting blindly. It reminds us that our thoughts are not meaningless, and our habits are not random. They are shaping our future. The universe can be seen as a vast system of relationships, and you are one of its expressions. Like a note in a song, your inner state affects the harmony of the whole. You are not powerless. You are participating. You are the sculptor of your life. Your awareness is the raw material. Your daily actions are the tools. Every choice you make is shaping something, even when you don't notice it. If you want peace, you have to practice calm in small moments. If you want strength, you build discipline one step at a time. If you want love, it starts with how you treat yourself and others in ordinary situations. What you create within yourself, life reflects back to you. As above, so below. As within, so without. This doesn't mean life will always be easy. It means it will be meaningful. It means you stop seeing yourself as separate from the world and start seeing yourself as part of an ongoing process. Every thought is a seed. Every habit is a direction. Every action is a message sent into the system. When you live with awareness, even simple choices become powerful. Drinking water, taking a walk, telling the truth, resting when needed, showing patience. These small acts align the inner world with the natural order. The goal of this understanding is not perfection, it's harmony. When you align with the deeper patterns of life, things begin to flow more naturally. Resistance decreases, clarity increases. You stop fighting reality and start working with it. The ancient teachers weren't asking us to believe blindly. They were asking us to observe, to notice patterns, to pay attention. When you do, you begin to see that the universe is not against you, it is responding to you. And when you respond with awareness, responsibility, and care, life answers back in kind. As above, so below. As within, so without. May the way you think, speak, and act reflect the highest version of who you can become. May your inner world grow clearer, steadier, and more aligned with truth. And may your outer life slowly shape itself around that inner clarity. Thank you for listening. Q.